John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, coming to you with an update here for the beginning of 2023. What we're seeing right now in January is a renewed sense in people having this desire to get out and want to purchase real estate. It happens often in January. Oftentimes, the latter part of fourth quarter tends to be a little bit of a seasonal slowdown. We've had school started, we've got fall activities, we've got holidays, sometimes a couple of seasonal or unseasonal blizzards, which happened this year. And what we're seeing now, we've got mild weather. We've got people who maybe enjoyed some purchases over the holidays and they're still in the buying mood. Maybe they made a New Year's resolution to want to get out and get a new backyard or get a larger living room and kitchen or add a few bedrooms or get a waterfront property. Those kinds of New Year's resolutions tend to really spark a lot of activity in January. Now, will all of those people purchase something right now today? No, but they're taking the action steps necessary to put themselves in a position to buy. Well, where we're seeing a lot of movement right now is cash purchases are up. So people who want to buy with cash, maybe they've taken a look at their portfolio. The portfolio might have come down a little bit, but at the same time, they're saying, how can I use this money in a different way? And if interest rates are around, 6.3 to 6.5, which is where they've kind of been over the last 30, 45 days, if they're in that realm, does it make sense for me to buy cash or have a mortgage or a little bit of both, combine those two? So it will always depend on the person's, personal financial situation, but we are seeing the number of cash investments increase. So cash purchases. That can be both on the investment side and on a personal purchase side. Maybe they're buying on behalf of a family member or buying a place for themselves, or maybe it's a second property. So we're seeing that up. The other thing we're seeing is people, first-time home buyers are looking at their potential rent projections. Rents keep going up. It's excellent for investors, but when you're a renter, you tend to look at that and say, do I want to spend another $75 or $100 a month this year? And maybe it's gone up for them every single year for the last 5 years. At a certain point, a renter is going to look at that and say, it's time for me to buy a home. It makes long-term sense for me to buy a home. And now tends to be a time when the phone starts to ring, the emails start to go off, the text messages start to pop in. It says, I'd like to buy my first home. What do I need to do? And that's going to start off with, for anybody, we want to make sure that the numbers make sense. So for those of you that already own a home, where that starts is we do a free on-site review. So I come out to your property. We're going to look at everything. I pre-research everything. We're going to talk about the market specific to your property. We're going to talk about all the wonderful features that you have there and any features that might need a little tweak so that we can maximize the market and get the best amount of activity we can out of them. That's step one. Second step is, where are you going to go? Maybe you just have to sell this one. Maybe you're moving into your lake cottage and that's all you need to do. But other people are looking at it saying, hey, I love the space that's here, but I need a completely different floor plan. So we help walk you through those steps. Again, it's a free on-site review from beginning to end, from soup to nuts. We're going to go through everything and put together a plan. So January tends to be a time when people are excited. We make plans and we really put everything in place so that it's successful. When that right property shows itself, we want to be ready. Now, if you talk about activity overall, the first-time home buyer range tends to be between 200 and 275. There's a lot of movement in that market right now. Those that might have prepared themselves in December are currently out there saying, I like this property, I want this property, I'm going to put an offer in. And those properties are moving fairly quickly, and in some cases with multiple offers. Albeit not what we saw a few years ago where it was 15, 20 people all bidding at the same time. It might be 3 people, it might be 4 people. And if you're a first-time home buyer, let's talk, because there are definitely some ways to take advantage of the market. As you look at that middle market, so maybe it's about $500,000 up to about 750 to $1 million. That market tends to be a group that says, hey, I have a house, I'm comfortable, but maybe it's not the right floor plan anymore, maybe not the right location, and not the right amenities around, or you're outgrowing it. You just need more space. And so that market tends to, number one, go a little bit more in step with the school year. So we tend to see more closings in that area, be it like May, June, sometimes part of July, and then kind of get ready for that next school year. But people are making plans now, and that's the key. We make plans now. So you're seeing some of that happen. And then over the $1 million mark, that tends to be a little bit more of an asset class where people are making a decision. Do I want to buy cash? Do I want a loan? Do I want a combination of both? And so that market tends to be a little bit more seasonal. And as we get another 60 to 90 days towards the springtime, we're going to see that waterfront market tick up. So right now, we are seeing sales in that, we are seeing listings in that, but it tends to be a little bit quieter, which again is seasonally normal. So all that said, know that Grand Rapids is in a very positive position. At the year's end, we ended up 5.65% above our numbers from last year. So if for every 100,000, it is now 105,650 would be the total price. So 5,650 for every 100,000. So that adds up. And as people are looking at that and then reading the news and looking at the numbers, at the end of the day, know that we here in West Michigan are in a positive position. So very good. We're still making wonderful national lists as far as top places to live, top places to retire, top places for millennials and Gen Z, top places for boomers. I mean, consistently, one after the other, we're making these top lists. And it's fun to be on those lists, but it also just proves that we're in a good place, and people are starting to realize that. And they're moving in from all over the nation, all over the world to West Michigan and saying, let's call this place home. We're excited. I'm excited to be able to help you. It's 21 years this year, 2023, about our 21st year. And it's been a blast. It's been a joy. I appreciate all the referrals and working with new clients, and just wanted to give you guys an update, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Talk to you soon.